Now, picture yourself watching Netflix all day long. Sounds relaxing, doesn't it? Or maybe picture yourself playing video games all day long with your friends. Sounds fun, doesn't it? It is perfectly natural to think that way. After all, we are all seeking for comfort and fun, one way or another. However, there's one huge problem with being comfortable, and that is we lose our drive and energy as men to work towards achieving more. You see, back in high school, I remember I was really goal driven in year 7. I wanted to achieve good results to stay in the top class, so I would study hard to ensure I made it into the top class name list. Eventually, when the exam results came out and I made it into the name list, I would then sort of take my results for granted. I would get comfortable. I wouldn't set myself any goals. I would just go with the flow throughout the rest of the school year, just solely seeking enjoyment. Essentially, whenever I had achieved something then, I would become complacent. I would stop doing any extra hard work as I would be happy with whatever I achieved, and I thought that my achievements would maintain itself. Eventually, as the next term exam rolled by, I would still be backlogged by the tons of chapters and topics that I had missed out and had yet to revise because I had gotten too comfortable. Still being ignorant, I would leave it until the very last week before the exam, where I would try to cram everything together into my head. Guess what? My result would eventually plummet, where I would drop out of the first class name list due to my poor performance. Feeling a little bit disappointed, I would usually try to get up to first class again, only to be pulled back down by the bad habits I had accumulated during the period where I was too comfortable. It will become an uphill struggle and I will completely give up trying. Eventually become purposeless and living without any sort of meaning besides chasing my next hit of dopamine by cheap pleasures such as social media and video games. You see, most people tell us to work hard to achieve results. However, what most people fail to tell us is that once we achieve results, we must never stop continually pursuing more. All types of success in life, regardless of health, wealth or relationships, are not self-sustaining and do require effort to maintain even once you have achieved them. For example, if you go to the gym and then you suddenly build the perfect physique, if you suddenly stop going to the gym and stop eating healthy, you will definitely lose the physique over time. It won't maintain itself, right? Another lie we are sold to is that we should strive for maintenance once we have achieved the results we want. This couldn't be further from the truth, because striving for maintenance will only lead to a slow decline over time. For example, when you see how I made the mistake of trying to maintain my grades, whenever I achieved them, I slid into the warmth of comfort and stopped trying, which led to the further downfall of my grades in the future. This is the lesson I had to learn the hard way, that we can never ever allow ourselves to fully rest on the laurels of our achievements even after we have obtained them. Basically, the most important thing you need to know about why being comfortable is a problem is because first, it stops us from striving to achieve more, and two, if we stop striving to achieve more, we aim for maintenance, which eventually leads to our downfall, because maintenance only leads to a gradual decline. So how do we counter this problem of being too comfortable with the achievements we have made? It's actually much simpler than you think. First thing to do is to start identifying the part of your life where you feel as if you aren't pushing hard enough and where it feels comfortable in. This requires a high level of mindfulness and self-awareness for you to do this introspective work. But here's a really simple test that you can use. Compare the effort you have put in 2 months ago versus the effort you have put in the last month. If you have been operating at a lower or even the same effort level, it means that you have become complacent. Remember, maintenance should never be the goal. The second thing you can do is to write down on how you can increase the level of effort and difficulty or uncomfortableness of that area. This ties back to the concept of progressive overload, which I talked about in the previous video, where you can check it out. Basically, in order for us to continuously improve, we must force ourselves to increase the level of difficulty of the particular task. For example, if you want to improve your grade, start gradually increasing the time spent studying or the quality of time spent studying over a period of time. You must increase it to a level where it feels slightly uncomfortable, but not too much to the point where you get totally burned out. The third step, super simple, take action on the second step. Writing and planning is just time wasted unless you actually internalize it and apply it to your daily life. What's that you say? Sound hard and challenging? Yeah, that's the whole point. Get out of your comfort zone and constantly push the edge over and over again. just repeat this simple 3-step process over and over again, and you'll transform into an unstoppable person that you probably won't be able to recognize in a year's time. Losers, click off this video. Winners, apply this advice into their lives and start living their life by pushing their comfort zone boundaries daily. You choose who you want. Remember, comfort kills man and discomfort builds man. Click the like button and the subscribe button if you want to watch more from a small self-improvement and fitness YouTuber. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.